My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is April 18th, 2024. It is 4:42 a.m. I finished edit whatever I recorded yesterday, so I went on Twitter to create a list. Yesterday I was not really on Twitter because I was very busy with personal stuff, doing things for the family and all of that, so I didn't really go on Twitter that much. So I was trying to catch up of what was going on. Okay, look at the background as I talk because I'm not gonna go over it. All right, so I came across 16 tweets. There are so much more I could add, but these might even turn into 2 or 3 videos. Okay, so I have 16 tweets for this channel, and there's a thread. I put it separate. It's very good, from Henry VIII. I separated just in case when I do have time to come back to it. Okay, and then I have 11 tweets, and there are more I need to add in these. Okay, but I'm not gonna record it tonight. Regarding Meghan's gem, okay, so it's a bit more light-hearted type of tweets, but the squad are talking about it, so I want to look for those tweets to put for you guys. Okay, and then I have another video to make for travelers, another video to make for our part of pure service. For those who are new on this channel, I have 3 channels that is dedicated for the Sussexes. This one where I talk about gossip or anything, the left behinders, lawsuits, whatever, here. On my other channel, Pt1, which is my main channel. So now I sort of dedicated to positive things, light-hearted type of tweets, like the gem. I spoke about the what happened over the weekend with Center Valley polo match. I put those things over there. And then when it comes to charities directly, when there is a news that is being made, not the gossip of the news, all right, the squad talks all the time. When the news is being put out, okay, then I talk those things on our part of pure service. So 3 channels. This one, our Pure Team Sussex, Pure YT Entertainment, and our part of pure service. Okay, so I will suggest you subscribe to all of them. All right, but for this channel, we're gonna cover this 16 tweets. All right, they are somewhat important, and I might read an article which I share with you on my community board. You guys probably seen that tweet already and probably read the article. I haven't. I shared it, but I did not read it yet. Okay, so this is the back end. Let's go on Twitter. This is one of those tweets. So let's get started. This is the first tweet. This is from Omid. There's a possibility I might have shared that with you as well before I left in the morning yesterday. So I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so this is from Omid. Hugh Grant explains why he settled his unlawful information gathering claim against the Sun's publisher. Quote, even if every allegation is proven in court, I will still be liable for approximately $10 million in costs. Prince Harry's claim is scheduled to go to trial in January 2025. Okay, so he retweeted Hugh Grant's thing here. So I'm gonna go in it, and then I'll come back and read a few tweets here. All right, the response to Omid thing. So this is Hugh Grant's oh, that's a long oh, I didn't know it was that long. Okay, so let's see here. So I read that already. News groups are claiming they are entirely innocent of the things I had accused the son of doing: phone hacking, unlawful information gathering, landline tapping, the burglary of flat and office, the bugging of my car, the illegal blagging of medical records, lies, perjury, and lies, perjury, burglary, car, illegal, lies, perjury, and the destruction of evidence. As is common with entirely innocent. I mean, when you think about it, what were they supposed to say? All right? Because they have the money to pay people out, so they will never come out and say, "Oh, I did that." Okay? Very rarely someone will do that, even though they know they did it. Okay, so let's continue. As is common with entirely innocent people, they are offering me enormous sums of money to keep this matter out of court. I don't want to accept this money or settle. I would love to see all the allegations that they deny tested in court. But the rules around civil litigation mean that if I proceed to trial and the court awards me damages that are even a penny less than the settlement offer, I will have to pay the legal costs of both sides. My lawyers tells me that is exactly what will most likely happen here. Rupert Murdoch's lawyers are very expensive, so even if every allegation is proven in court, I will still be liable for something approaching to $10 million in costs. Okay, I'm afraid I am shying at that fence. Rupert Murdoch has spent over £1 billion in damages to claimants and in lawyers' fees, settling over 1,500. Oh my God! So if they keep on settling? This is not a business. This is not a business of profitable. There is something deeper than that. If he keeps on settling for that much, it's the self-destruction within the institution. The institution meaning not only the royal family, the system of the UK, the people, the brain, all of this. This is full-blown destruction. Because if someone is running a business like this and you settling that much of claims and you spend $1 billion, that's not a business for profit. That is to really destroy the country. I'm here. How much a cost of war is? Let me go look that up. Let me pause. Okay, so this is my question here. What is the approximate amount for a war? Okay, so there's different answers here. All right, through fiscal year 2022, the United States federal government has spent an obligated $8 trillion on the post-9/11 war in Afghanistan. Okay, so there's another thing here. The United States led the ranking of countries with highest military spending in 2022 with $877 billion US dollars dedicated to the military. Okay, these are a lot of money. 877 billion. So how much did he say here? 1 billion. Okay, this is a fraction. This is a fraction of cost of war. And then whoever is truly, and I have an idea, but I'm not gonna say, whoever is truly behind this, they're not losing men. Their manpower behind that. All right, it's just money that's going out. That's all. And then they making the country self-destructing. And then the people, they put the facade, this is black versus white, racism and all of that, create all sort of nonsense to boil people's blood, okay, to make you angry. This is a war that's going on that nobody really, truly pinpointed. If a newspaper is destructing the mind of people like that, and then those who stand up towards them, and then to easily, just pay them out so that doesn't go to court, you tell me, what is that? This is not a business for profit. This is a business to destroy the country. Oh my Lord. And you see what's happening in the US right now. What Fox News has done to half of the country. And people are fighting back. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. because we have this year 2024 election coming, and half of the country are not fully aware what's truly going on. Oh my Lord. Okay, I went off a little bit, but let's focus on Hugh Grant settlement thing here. Rupert Murdoch has spent over £1 billion in damages to claimants and lawyer fees, settling over 1,500 claims in this way. He seems remarkably determined that there shouldn't be a trial of the facts. Murdoch's settlement money has a stink, and I refuse to let this be hush money. I have spent the best part of 12 years fighting for a free press that does not distort the truth. I wonder what was the, after settling it, what was, what do you call this? What was, there's something, stipulation. Okay, can he talk about it? Can Harry call him to court to testify and things like that? I'm just wondering. Okay, abuse ordinary members of the public or hold elected MPs to ransom in pursuit of newspaper barons, personal profit, and political power. So this money will repurpose via group like Hack Off into the general campaign to expose the worst excessive of our oligarch-owned press. Okay, I like to thank my legal team, Angeli Sengani, sorry if I pronounce his name wrong, David Sherborne, and I believe he is also Harry's lawyer. Whew, he's cashing in as well. Ivan Harris and Dan Waddell. I also like to thank the courageous whistleblowers who came over to the other side and other brave witnesses who are providing much of the evidence, including Dan Evans, okay, Emma Jones. Dan Evans, is he the reporter? His name sounds familiar in one of the bylines articles, but I could be wrong. All right, then Evans, Emma Jones, Steve Whitemore, Dano Hank. I believe that's the Dano Hank, the private investigator. I think that's him, and Glenn Mulcair. I particularly want to acknowledge the work and sacrifice of Graham Johnson in the face of unfair attacks from those on the other side who are seeking to stop the truth from coming out. End of the thread. Okay, thanks for your honesty and explaining reason you settle. Repurposing settlement to hack off, not a bad idea. Byline times, good exposing corruption. Some settlement can be moved to them. Corruption in journalism, married with racketeering, is a sure death of integrity in British media. Much credit for having the determination and courage for standing against these corporate and moral crooks. All right, I mean, some of these criminals matter. Okay, well, he's thinking of his bottom line. I mean, he's an old man. He's not young anymore. I don't know how old his kids are, but I could understand it from his explanation here. Okay, problem you have here, money talks. Only the guilty and rich get away with murder here. I mean, you're not him. I could understand. I probably will say the same thing too. Okay, but we're not him. When those people start asking you to pay back and all of that, you know, the legal fees and all of that, my goodness. But he made his choice and he got it that far. I don't know how much he settled. I think he said it somewhere here, or whatever numbers that I was reading here. Okay, here the system is a joke, all of it. Best to do what is advised, even if it's so wrong. The rules here and protect your mental health. Never buy the sun. Never have, never will. Okay, well, there's the rest of the country. The rest of the country needs to be lightened up and see what is happening in front of them. All right, so that's an ad. Let's go back. Okay, so I read his thread. Back again. This is Omid. Let me read what's there because I have so much more to share with you. This is so Al Capone. Pretty sure after Grant next in line to be pushed into settlement is going to be Harry. 10 million. That's what I thought. There was a money here. 10 million is a lot of dough. Okay, a very informative thread. I don't think Harry has 10 million to throw away. While I would like to see him take this to the end, he has to take care of his family and keep them secure. Okay, the law regarding civil litigation need rethinking. It's set up to protect those with extremely deep pockets. If you win, you could still end up paying costs. How crazy is that? Okay, I wonder if the son will try the same settlement trick with Harry. Will the sum be so large? The only option will be to settle. Okay, it's true that 10 million is a lot. That's why many victims don't go to trial, and that's why Murdoch always went. Okay, the courts are rigged. That's the part I'm afraid, especially after what happened to, what's his name, Johnny Depp. Okay, he proved his case. You see the thing that was happening, and when it go to what do you call it? Not review. What do they call this? There's a term for it. I can't think of it. Maybe when I'm editing, just look at the screen. Okay, when he tried to have the court look at what happened to the trial, and you have the same lawyer who did that and quickly said, no, it's not gonna be reviewed again. And then afterward, you have two freaking stupid judges. Okay, that's in my humble opinion, who come out saying, oh, the trial judge who did the trial and who did the review did the right thing. They didn't do anything. Meanwhile, I'm looking at evidence. The woman was lying. You could see she said something that wasn't supposed to, and she realized she said something she wasn't supposed to say. But yet the judge ignored that.
I had or was about to file, or I had already filed for divorce. I wanted him to know verbally. So I was trying to reach him through a third party to tell him. When I say reach, I'm specifically saying I would like him to know information coming from me or coming from Jerry, from me, so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
You slipped up there, didn't you, Miss Heard? You let it slip out that TMZ had been alerted to your filing of the domestic violence restraining order, didn't you?
I disagree. That's not what I'm talking about.
TMZ is the same outlet that you released the video of Mr. Depp attacking the kitchen cabinets the day before this deposition was taken, wasn't it?
I didn't do that. I don't
TMZ
know how
owns
to do
the
that.
copyright to that video now, doesn't it?
I have no idea what TMZ
Did they pay you for that?
I never got paid for it because I had nothing to do with that.
So TMZ was just lucky in getting the inside scoop to your divorce from Mr. Depp, huh?
Okay, so this is the part I'm afraid for, Harry. And that was another thing I was afraid for Megan as well, when she was doing her how do you call this, her privacy case. If you go back on PYTE, at that time I didn't have this channel. That was my concern. I was truly afraid for her, because after what I saw with Johnny Depp, I was like, what the hell? And then it's almost the same group of people who are being sued. Okay? The courts are rigged to protect the wealthy, including the billionaires that own media outlets. They've made it so that only the wealthy can pursue justice, and even then, it comes at great cost. Okay? I think it was a sensible decision for him to settle, especially giving the reasoning behind it. Let's hope he can now use his influence to campaign for a free and fair press in this country, because at the moment it's at rock bottom. Again, people, they know. The UK know. But for some reason, when it's time to vote, they turn the other way. I don't understand that. Alright, after this, that's it. The fact that someone who wins still has to pay is crazy in my book. Now, I understand why people in the UK settle out of court, but the fact they offer him money is admitting guilt in my book. I think so too. Alright, so I'm done with this. Let's go to video 2. Oh my god, I'm saying video 2. Tweet number 2. Okay, I don't think I have any more tweets regarding that settlement with Hugh Grant. I just wanted to be out of the way. The next tweet, let's see. I have a thread that I need to do. It's from Henry VIII. Let's see. Alright, it starts. So that's that. Did I read it already? Let me just add it here. Okay, the UK royal family press have done just about everything they can to ensure that Harry and his nuclear family do not feel safe or have a home there. It's been years and still they are acting like scorned lovers when they are the guilty parties. Harry and Meghan offered to stay part-time. You said yes, then no, then leaked their exit and location while removing security long before promise. It's done. They are done. This is all crying over spilled milk that had sat for so long it had spoiled. I imagine the institution is feeling a bit fragile or vulnerable. They checked the trunk, and as it turns out, the spare they used to keep in there is no longer present. They didn't prepare for emergencies. Wow, I thought there was more. I think she has more. Maybe that's why I wanted to do that. Okay, now she's done with her thread. It's what abusive systems do. It's giving nasty abuser vibes, kicking someone out of their own home, and then dragging them through the mud for not crawling back and scratching at the door. That toxic behavior, and Harry protected his family by getting them away from all of that. Okay, the eviction alone scream never come back. Yep, I think that's exactly that. I don't know the logic of things. To think the more you punish someone, the more they will want to come back. This is the way they behave with the slaves and all of that. We don't want to even pretend that we would like you or your kids to visit. You and your family will no longer have a home and pretend if we have a say. And then we're shocked he spent less than 24 hours for the coronation. Okay, Harry did the best he could, and there is proof. That's right. Okay, all those steps he's taking to court and all of that, this is to shed light to some of the things that's happening. They can never say that he abandoned his country. Exactly. What disgusts me is the caliber of the royal family. Look at the mess. Why is the country silent? One would think that the royal family and their reps got what they wanted. Okay, so there's more reply. UK royal family have also inadvertently begun to cancel themselves. Harry and Meghan have shown royals can fund themselves. Exactly. I am sure you are talking about Sussex hating on the royal family. They're not hating on them. Okay, the steps that happen, why they push them. Alright, how is the royal family fault that Harry and Meghan don't feel sick? Okay, I don't even need to read that. If you can't see what's happening here, and then you have Andrew who's not even a working royal. All right, so that's that.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.